throw a few numbers out there just to set the context for this. At the end of January, you had the mutual fund industry that had assets under management of over 67 lakh crore rupees. About 30 lakh crore rupees were under actively managed equity mutual fund schemes. If you add hybrids to that, that's another about 8 lakh crore rupees. If you add index funds and ETFs, that's another 10 lakh crore rupees. It's a very substantial amount of money. But if you think about it, there are about 5 crore unique investors that are putting money into equity mutual fund schemes. So, as I said at the start of the day today, the industry is just about scratching the surface. Where does it go from here? And what does that picture hold, not just for the industry, but of course, for the individual investor and for the country at large? Joining me on this panel, a very august gathering, and I would go so far as to say that they control a very substantial portion of that 67 lakh crore rupees. We've got Mr. Navneet Munot, who is Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of HDFC AMC and the Chairman of AMFI. We've got Radhika Gupta, who is Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of Edelweiss Mutual Fund. We've got Swaroop Mohanty, who is Vice Chairman, Chief Executive Officer of Mirae Asset, and Nilesh Shah, who is the Managing Director of Kotak Mahindra AMC. I didn't really need to introduce you, but I had to, if you think about it. Let me start, Radhika, with you. Mutual Fund Sahi Hai is a campaign that was incredibly successful, and it's got us to this point. The question is, what next? Because you need that next fillip to add the next 5 crore and the next 20 crore.
So thank you, Alex, for having us. I think, the fact that you're having a panel as NDTV Profit on Viksit Bharat, and you're talking to eminent leaders from corporate India about CapEx, about AI, about so many important things. And mutual fund is a part of that, and our role in Viksit Bharat itself is a sign of victory for this industry. So I'm very happy that this agenda is there. And, I'm wearing a Mutual Fund Sahi Hai brooch right now, but I really do think Mutual Fund Sahi Hai doesn't get enough credit as a landmark campaign, because in which industry, in which part of the world do you have people who compete ferociously for business coming back together to collaborate and pool money, assets, probably about 600 crores that goes to AMFI, and then what we spend in our individual capacity for industry growth. So I think the campaign is a case study in the making. You said 5 crore investors. I said this in another context. I think when we talk about Viksit Bharat, we should dream of a world with 75 crore investors. We should dream of a world where 40 to 50% of India's population then is a beneficiary of the mutual fund story. So it's from Mutual Fund Sahi Hai to Mutual Fund Sabke Liye Hai. And I think one of the greatest victories of mutual fund is from a 100 rupee investor and now 250 rupee SIP to a 250 crore investment, we treat everyone the same. So I think the aspirations of the industry are now getting larger and larger. And as we look at Viksit Bharat, we should really talk about 75 crore investors. Our team did some interesting analysis. So if you look at households in India, our penetration in upper income is about 50%. In middle income is about 40%. In lower income is 20%. And of course, in super lower income is much lower. In every strata of the household, we actually have substantial room to grow. And I always say that 75 crore looks like a large number, but it's not. Because you have 50 crore people who are paying 100 rupees a month to Netflix and Amazon Prime today. Why can't they start a 250 rupee SIP?
It's a good question. Navneet, as the chairperson of AMFI, I'm coming to you next. Of course, you had these conversations and probably around the 250 rupee SIP as well. Is that the next big flagship?
So as Radhika mentioned that after all the hard work of Mutual Fund Sahi Hai that you talked about, delivering a track record over 30 years, the technology, the way we have leveraged, the amount of efforts we are putting on making this industry as transparent as possible, making the products as simple and accessible as possible, still there are 53 million, 5.3 crore investors, and we have a long, long way to go. And I think that's where I think reduction in the minimum amount where a person can access a product which is so affordable, so accessible, and so simple to participate in the growth story of India. So when India becomes a Viksit Bharat, a developed country by 2047, the endeavor at our end is to ensure that fruits of this growth reach every single household of the country, every single household of the country. And all of us in MFI have been working very hard over the last several years. In fact, you use the word that the Mutual Fund Sahi Hai campaign, I would say Mutual Fund Sahi Hai commitment. It is not only a campaign, it's a commitment from all of us to ensure that this is really a Sahi product for every investor in the country. At the same time, because your title is the blueprint for Viksit Bharat 2047, we all talk about how are we going to ensure that growth is inclusive and we reach out to many people through the SIP. But the other side of the role that we are playing, I think that gets lesser attention. I mean, since April 2021 till January, mutual funds have invested more than 9 lakh crore rupees in the market, both across primary and secondary. Now imagine the amount of capital the role we are playing in the capital formation. Look at the participation we have across all asset classes, across all products. So right from the overnight repo market, Nilesh Bhai and I have been a bond trader. So right from an overnight market to a commercial paper to certificate of deposit to short-term bonds to long-term bonds to REITs
Yes.
to InvITs to the equity market, everywhere the participation we have, which is aiding to the growth of the country, I think that's a much bigger role. The job creation that we do, I think that also needs to be talked about.
That was going to be my second point. I wanted to, but let me quickly get your view very quickly on the next leg, right? Because I'm trying to understand as an industry as a whole, ultimately you're trying to capture or bring more people into the fold. Right now you have several investors that have come to the fold already, and there are few very large investors, so therefore the numbers look large. Of course, you're getting more and more retail investors every day. Quick answers, where do you both think the next leg of growth for the industry will come from? And I do want to talk next about what you've just spoken about, Navneet. I'll come back to that.
So, Alex, I disagree that we have got big fishes and we have got a lot of money. In FY21 to FY23, 3 years, people have put more money in currency notes than what they have invested in mutual fund. I still have to convince Alex that Alex भाई, आप जो पैसा करेंसी नोट घर पे रखे हैं,
सर मेरे पास कुछ नहीं
उसके झाड़, सर आपको पता नहीं, एक बार घर में जाके देखिए फिर पता चलेगा ये डिमोनेटाइजेशन के टाइम पे कितने लोगों को घर से पैसे निकले. तो आई हैव टू स्टिल कन्विंस एलेक्स भाई कि भैया जो पैसे आपने करेंसी नोट्स घर पे रखे उसके झाड़ नहीं उगेंगे, म्यूचुअल फंड में डाल दो, हो सकता है थोड़े दिनों के लिए नुकसान सहन करना पड़ेगा बट यहीं पे पैसा बनेगा. I still have to go and convince investors who are buying lottery. Well, the day when lottery buyer starts making money, the business of lottery will shut down.
Yeah.
But in India's most intelligent state, most educated state, people are buying lotteries hand over fist.
True.
The total equity assets in that state has barely touched their annual lottery buying.
You're
After
talking
so
about the
many
state that
years.
I'm from. I understand what you're saying. So,
Alex bhai, I still have to forget your state. Let's talk about my own state, Maharashtra. I still have to go to Mira Road and convince people that Torres is not the best place to invest.
right.
You have to invest with mutual fund because mutual fund sahi hai. So we have a long way to go. I haven't yet reached the surface.
Okay. So you're saying that the Mutual Fund Sahi Hai campaign itself has a long way to go, Swaroop?
Absolutely.
But I think, that's the background. But let's look at how it's changed. When I started my career in the late 90s, 70-75% of the AUM used to be owned by institutions and corporates. Today, 65% of our AUM is being owned by individual investors. So there's been a dramatic change. Before COVID, we were 2.3 crore folios. Last year, and I think 2024 is the turning point for us as an industry, because last year we added 1 crore folios. The financialization of assets is beginning to happen. And let's face a very interesting phase in our country right now. This is the first time in my career of 30 years that I'm seeing 3 generations investing together.
Yes.
Typically, it was 2 generations. My father, me, and my son are investing together. And my son's population happens to be far more than my father and me put together. When you look at 1 crore being added 1 year, and our industry now hitting 30 years of track record, me being a late entrant into an industry is 16 years track record. All this is adding up.
Okay.
And the ease of transaction, all of you talking about this product now at a different level, I think the story is beginning to happen.
So, and that perfectly sets the context for what Navneet already mentioned. And since you've already talked about the numbers, let me go to the next part. And I'll start with you, Nilesh Bhai, which is the role of the mutual fund industry and mutual funds in particular will change a little bit in terms of having more to say at the boardroom level, not necessarily at the boardroom level, but certainly at the AGM level and in the conversations with the boards of various companies, because you are ultimately going to be very large investors. A lot of primary issuances have happened over the course of the last year simply because you are the largest investors, right? And they've sailed through. So how do you see that role moving, and everybody weigh in?
So over a period of time, we think we'll become the conscience keeper of governance in the country. We have to work very, very hard to ensure that minority shareholder interests are protected and the gains of business are shared equitably. Corporate India has done a lot on governance, but there is still a long journey. And as mutual fund investor, today we are investing only in good management and good companies and avoiding bad companies. But a day will come when we'll invest in bad companies and make them good. The regulators have empowered us, and with those empowerment, will ensure that the fruits or the benefits of business is shared equitably, whether you are majority shareholder or a minority shareholder. The activism shareholding or the activist shareholders, that phase will begin in India. Today it is below the radar.
Yeah.
Tomorrow it will be right on the face.
Sooner rather than later, anybody wants to jump in here?
So I'm a strong believer. I've been a proponent of ESG, but I have another definition of ESG in India's context, that by E for engagement and S for stewardship, exactly what Nilesh Bhai mentioned, that by engagement and stewardship, we take the company's journey from a good to great company. And we have played a big role over the last several years. I think probably India is the first country in the world to move towards 100% voting by the mutual funds on all resolutions. Till few years, I mean, even Europe wasn't there. We were the earlier ones to move to 100% voting. We put our votes in public domain, how we have voted after every quarter. So the kind of work that has been done on the stewardship, the kind of work that has been done to enhance the governance and the, let's say, the efficiency of the corporate India has been underappreciated.
Radhika, I'll come back to you, Swaroop.
You know, I think governance is a journey, but I think as mutual funds, all of us are getting more stringent about our demands from governance. So in our own process, and I know this is true of many, many AMCs, forensic analysis, for instance, is an increasing part of how we view companies. So that can include treatment to minority shareholders, related party transactions, how you hire auditors, what you pay auditors. All these questions our industry is beginning to ask. And I do believe that, and I agree with Nilesh Bhai, while corporate India has done a good job, when you have someone, a party who has a large amount of growing stable capital, and they are asking you more questions, you will produce better outcomes. And I think we have a lot to do. So I remember, you know, my CIO was telling me that if you went back 15 years, not all mid-cap and small-cap companies even did management calls. Today, every management wants to engage. I also think a point will come, and it's starting to come, when managements will start engaging with mutual funds as shareholders just on thinking about building businesses. So we'll be just the way people, unlisted companies and startups engage with private equity guys. I think listed managements are already starting to engage with us. So I think as we ask tougher questions, as we demand more disclosure beyond even resolutions, I think our engagement with management, our disclosure standards, our questions are already pushing the boundaries of governance.
Swaroop?
Yeah, I think, Alex, I'll deviate a bit from the topic because, in this whole thing, there are us playing this incredible role of the fiduciary nature of the business. I firmly believe we would have done something good in our previous birth to have been sitting on these chairs of owning investors' trust. While we will continue to do our job on the points mentioned right now, it's also the duty of the investors to also check us on our duty.
Yeah.
That we uphold our fiduciary nature to the hilt is something which I think people in this mad rush of return chasing
Yes.
fail to sort of recognize. And people who do that should also be rewarded in that extent, is my simple take. It is a triangular relationship between the money we get from them, and because of that we demand these from the companies that we invest in.
Yeah.
But from the investor's perspective, they should also put a big onus on people who uphold this fiduciary responsibility. Simple.
And I'm glad you spoke about that, Swaroop, because it brings me to the next leg of this question, which is, or this conversation, which is, and I'm not going to get into specifics, but there has been a huge conversation over the last couple of weeks about investments in the broader end of the spectrum, right? How much of this is managing expectations? Because Nilesh bhai, I saw a post on social media that you put out, and you spoke about the fact that it's not necessarily a question about the amount of products, because ultimately if you liken it to the restaurant industry, then restaurants keep introducing new dishes. You don't necessarily go out and try every one. But the reality is that you are creating a financial or a number of financial products, and you are maybe, because of the performance of these schemes, driving investors to certain products. There are over 200 sectoral and thematic funds currently. So purely on the basis of the number of options available in a single category, are you maybe paralyzing choice? You want to take that first?
No, I don't think so. In fact, Nilesh bhai wrote it very rightly today, and maybe he can respond more to that in that manner. But otherwise, I think this is the most simplest product, right? Isn't it? Just because we have more number of products doesn't make the product more complex. Again, going back to that point of like several places where India has been a world leader, there's no country in the world which has got the classification of schemes the way we have got.
Yes.
So you have, let's say every AMC can only have one large cap fund.
Yes.
What is a large cap? Is the top 100 stocks. What is a mid cap? Next 150. This kind of definition is not there anywhere else in the world. You can have variety of funds which call themselves a mid cap and a small cap. In US, somebody will call a small cap as 1 billion, somebody will call 5 billion, somebody will call a 10 billion. Universe will be very different. You see several kinds of products in US. Everybody uses S&P 500 as a benchmark. It doesn't happen in India. Benchmarks are like, they are uniform, they are comparable. The amount of regulation that we have, and we take pride. Some people might say that we have excessive regulation, but that has really helped us in making this industry the most transparent in the world.
I'm being told that I have to wrap, but I would have loved to ask you about your thoughts on managing expectations, because ultimately that is what it is.
I'll give you 1 minute. I'll give you one example. Just launching product doesn't mean that the way we are marketing, we are very, very particular about that. And I said it's commitment. We launched India's first defense fund, I think 2.5 years back. And we could clearly see that the way stocks have run, the expectations may get set where investors may have challenges going forward. We said we'll only take SIP, and then we completely stopped even the SIPs because investors were saying that fund has delivered whatever 80%. Next year it will deliver a fraction, even then it's okay. We said no, not really. You've got returns which have got kind of like front loaded. There would be some disappointment. We closed the fund completely. So we are very responsible.
Yeah.
That fund probably would have got the most amount of new SIPs at our end. But we completely stopped it. Absolutely.
And that is
this is what everybody in the industry does.
That is the case in several instances in the industry. You know what? We're going to have to set this conversation up again on NDTV Profit and invite all of you into the studios, and perhaps we can take this conversation forward there, because there's so much more that we would like to talk to you about this subject as well. It's been an absolute pleasure having you at our event. Thank you so much for taking the time.